So, do you want a simple glam makeup look that's still eating up but also on a budget? Come with me and I'll go ahead and show you how that's done. Know that we all need something that is just more on the affordable side right now, y'all. We're still in a pandemic. So let's cut the chase. For primer, I am going to go in with e.l.f. Power Grip. Now, this primer, I would say it's more on the dewier side. So if you're the type of person that feels like, that's not my cup of tea, I will always go in with their matte poreless primer. It's like in this little pot. Go ahead and put it right here so that you're able to see how it looks. e.l.f. makeup products I actually really like a lot. I feel like they're on the more affordable side, but also it gives some type of good coverage in certain products that they have. Not all products, but they are getting there. So I'm gonna put the e.l.f. Hydro Grip Primer on, and I'm gonna go in with my Real Technique brush. This is gonna be the number 100. This is the prep brush. Love, love, love. I did purchase a fan from Dollar Tree. Got my little fan, so go ahead and let that air dry. See how it has that kind of glowy kind of vibe on the skin. So brows are done. Let's go ahead and get into what I use to go ahead and conceal. So I use the Ruby Kiss Classic Tan. It's RAC03. I love this concealer. It is buildable and also it is waterproof. Yeah, I like to have my concealer for the most part dried down a little bit. It's something about taking your time with your makeup. It just gives you that I'm being patient. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my detailer brush from Real Techniques. This is gonna be the 207. So also I'm gonna go in with the same concealer from Ruby Kiss as well. I'm gonna go ahead and carve out my brows. Since they're already done, I'm gonna go ahead and carve them out. Okay, my love, so brows are now carved out. At least the bottom part is now carved out. I also have a concealer brush that I'm gonna also use. It is also gonna be by Real Techniques. This is the number 083. So I love how the brush is so it just has those nice and flurry ends. I love that. I love that because it just makes your application feel so much more smoother than having something that's so harsh and it's a concealer brush and it's just ugh, it's just harsh on me. So I'm gonna go in and blend the bottom lid, well, my eyelid where I concealed. I'm gonna go ahead and blend that down, and then also let's be proactive. This has now dried. I gave it some time to dry. I'm gonna go in just with a tad bit of the e.l.f. Power Grip setting spray. I'm gonna shake it up first to make sure all the products are mixed in and just spray. There are pros and cons that I have about some of the drugstore makeup that I am using, but I am gonna show y'all the best ways that I really navigate around it, because you want to still look pretty on an affordable price until you can just strongly purchase, your new makeup products without breaking the bank. And yes, you can budget and things like that. Don't get me wrong, but something just don't sit right with me paying over $80 for a foundation or over $36 for a foundation, and that's just one product. Until I get up there, I'm gonna always work with what I have and make sure that it's the best. Look at how I let it sit there, and now I'm smoothing out everything. Can you see that? We're using my techniques that other MUAs have taught me. Listen, I feel like you can go so much farther in life. Do you see how all this is just blending out effortlessly? Effortlessly. Sorry, y'all know it. Y'all see it. It's got me stunned. So next thing is next. We're gonna go in actually with e.l.f. Now this is the camo concealer. Now y'all, this is in the shade chocolate. Now y'all, I use this as a bronzer, or a contour. I've never used their products as a concealer. it feels really nice on my skin. It definitely gives that velvety kind of satin vibe, which I love. I'm gonna go in an eco brush and I'm gonna go ahead and just buff this out. Now this one does not have a number, y'all. It's just a part of the eco setting, this like the little brushes that they have. Now I'm gonna go up with this bronzer. I'm gonna do this size like really quickly for you guys, just to show y'all in real time like how fast this is to get done. Like, do you see that? Like, tell me that doesn't already give you like, I'm standing at my corporate job like, hi, how you doing? Your skin is already kind of bronzed up. It has like that natural tan to it. I love that look all year round. So if that's something that you like, come on this side, baby. I got a lot of filming for you. So I want to go in and just match what my normal skin would look like, but except on a more perfected level. So I went in, I put my bronzer or concealer from e.l.f. right here where my cheekbone really is, like a little bit below it, but not too low. You know what I'm saying? So I can still have that definition there. And when you're going in, you want to go up. You want to blend up. Don't blend down, because when you're dragging stuff down, you don't have no definition. Your face is going to look more flat. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So next up, now this process, I'm not sure, not all makeup girlies do this. Under painting, putting on your bronzer, concealer, you're doing your brows, you're doing all that before you actually put on your foundation, which is called underpainting. I love underpainting because it makes me feel like I'm using less product, but also getting a perfect finish that I want, that's still more on the softer glam side of things, where it's not so like ATL, like, you know, like dramatic glam. I love a soft glam moment for me because it's natural. Like, it looks like who you are and it's not all caked up and stuff. So when you're going to wash your makeup in the sink, you just see all this makeup. Like, you see all the makeup, but except it just, I feel more better when it's not caked up on me. I love the caked up look for other girls. I may go and start venturing out and getting into caked up makeup, but as of right now, I'm here for the soft baddies. So as we have bronzed up, she's giving warmth. Go in and add our brightener concealer. You're like, what do you mean brightener? Brightener concealer. It's going to be by Ruby Kiss as well. Again, we're using their whole line. This is going to be the Golden RAC01. I'm going to go in just in the areas that I know for a fact, like when the sunlight hits, babes, I'm right there. You see it. Get into it, honey. You see how the application is already going to lay itself out, y'all. I love makeup. It gives me like a whole nother meaning of life. Like, when you do your makeup and you can do it well, talk about beautiful, talk about fabulous. Because who doesn't want to have like that glam makeup? As y'all can see, I added the placement on there for where I still want that brightened look. Now, what I can say for me personally, I love a bright look all over. That's just me. If you want to just stay more of that like corporate, that's like the best way I can describe it, y'all. That straight look, you just want to go T-zone area still, but minus this. So you still want to have that more brightener inner, but you just don't want it to be all out. Just go in just under the eyes, at the forehead, nose bridge, chin, that's it. Don't add these two parts in there if you don't want that look. Try it on each side. Try one side with just the inner concealer corner of the brightness, and then don't add this part on there. And then if you feel like, let me add it in there to see, go ahead and make your move, sis. I'm gonna let that dry down. Now we're gonna also get into contour because I already have bronzed up, right? We did what we had to do there. Now, when it comes to contour, I always use a liquid contour. Really, I love concealers. So this is just me. Concealers for me, when it comes to contouring, bronzing, and just different things like that, it just gives me more control in my opinion. So I'm going in, this is going to be the shade Mahogany, and this is RKBC20. And this is from their HD concealer, foundation line. Now, for me, When you are contouring, you are going in with that darker depth structure. So when I turn my head to the side, you obviously see some darkness there. Even though I know I have on all these lights, you can see that darkness right there. So what you want to do is mimic that. Don't do any more than what you see already here. I'm gonna go in with like just a small little brush, maybe just a tad bit. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna make a line. I'm not gonna drag it down. I'm gonna always keep it up. This is your contour. I'm gonna go in with my Hydro Grip, and I'm gonna go in with a small little angle brush, okay? And I'm going to basically, y'all see what I'm doing. I'm only dragging this up, and I'll tap it down just a tad bit, just so it won't be so harsh. And you guys will see the difference in a few seconds. Like, this is what contouring is. You're adding depth to your face. This is where it starts. It's not starting off with bronzer. Bronzer brings that warmth, that sunny glow, you know. Contour is where it's dark outside, babes, and you don't want to add too much darkness on your face, because then you can overpower your makeup. Do you see that difference? Do you see that? Compared to this side, now you have this side. You see that, like that bone structure? That's what we want when we're contouring. I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take your Power Grip. This is for the girlies that want to have that look where it's like, that's what I'm working with right now. Conceal in the inner corner here. Corporate, listen, you want to take that brightener part that we just did. You want to go and make sure everything is even up here at the top. If we need to bring some on the eyelid, let's bring some on the eyelid, sis. Do that, okay? Take your bronzer brush, go over your forehead, and if you feel like you need to add some more product there, you can. But just make sure everything is a seamless blend, and it's not so like, oh my gosh, like I know she has concealer on, like clearly I can see it. Like, no. So if you need to add some more product, I'm going to give a little bit more product. Hey, a little bit of product don't hurt, honey. It don't hurt. We're going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation powders, pressed powders. So, and this is the Poreless, matte Poreless. As you can see, I'm in shade 310, Sun Beige, and babes, I have hit the pan and I need to get some more. Seriously, this is tragic. Maybelline, please hit me up. Thank you. And I'm going to use my pink powder puff. I'm going to take some of that powder and I'm going to tap it. And I'm going to go ahead and just set my concealer. Yes. So now that we have set our concealer, I'm going to go in actually a simple eyeshadow look. I'm going to go in with the eyeshadow palette, the Violet Voss Sunset palette. I love this color story on this palette because it has the basic row of like your simple everyday shadow shades, and then also gives you a couple pops as well. So I just love that. I'm going to go in actually with the Desert Sunset. It's going to be that light brown, and then I'm just going to go ahead and actually use a dense fluffy blendable brush. Okay, I picked up some product. I'm going to tap the excess because we don't need it. I am just gonna make sure it's all over my lid, so when I'm transitioning into different shades, we have something to actually work with when it comes to just building shades on there, because this eye look is going to be very simple, like very simple. It's giving like dinner date if you want, or even just like I just want to add some color, a wash of color on my lids. If you're more on the darker tone or just a skin color that's kind of similar to mine, the brown, those browner tones, use a more warmer brown. But if you're more on that cooler side of things, use a cool tone shade, like a cool shade of brown, something that's super light. I don't ever want to leave you guys out. Next shade I'm going to go in with is going to be the Amber Sky. Okay, now when I say tap just a little bit and then boom, take it off. Listen, you're gonna see why. Put this on the outside corner, go up, back and forth, keep it there, okay? And then if you want to tap just to be on the safer side of things, tap just like that. Same side. And then I'm going to take also Dusk, same brush, tapped it in the pan, tapped it, okay? Again, on the outside corner, just tapping, and you'll start to see that depth build up on the eye. And keep it as low as possible on that lash line and drag it. Just keep dragging it, keep dragging it. Doing the same thing on the other side. Y'all see how beautiful that looks. Now, when I say it's giving corporate, it's giving corporate. So I love that because you always want to have like that signature kind of look. I'm going to go in with another little fluffy brush and I'm going to tap the inner corner, or not inner corner, but just the lid with that flesh color that'll be placed as the base. And then I'm going to go in and make sure that my outside edges, so that circle, making sure that it's also blended out so nothing looks so harsh, you know? So we have that there. You like, I love. If you want to take it a notch up, okay, you want to take it a notch up. This is just me, babe. Want to take it a notch up, I will go in with that dense brush you had. Take champagne or just even a golden shade that you may have in another palette to give it some type of sparkle. Add it on there. Just pat. It's buildable. So as long as you have like a buildable shade and use it dry. Do not wet this and be like, oh, okay, like, because you're going to mess up that soft, like, corporate kind of like look that you're going for. It's not like you want like everyone's attention in office. Like you don't want that. It gives the eyes more of like something like, oh, hello, hi, how are you? And if you feel like, Trinity, I feel like the glitter just went too much up, go in with that flesh shade that you had and just blend it on out. Just blend it on out. That's all you gotta do, babe. Just blend it on out. Let's get into the foundation. So I'm going to take Maybelline Fit Me. This is going to be 340 and this is called Cappuccino. I'm going to go in just with a little bit on the palm of my hand. I use the Real Technique brush. It's going to be the square foundation brush. And this is 205. And I'm going to go ahead and just take it. And I'm going to just have it on the areas that I just need my foundation on. So I'm not gonna let this one dry because this is more of a natural makeup look, so I'm not gonna let this one dry too much. Now this foundation is buildable, so if you want that foundation like that full coverage, you can definitely get this out of this. This is a full coverage, but except like we're doing it with concealers, like we're doing everything that we need to do first, because you don't want to use, say that foundation is expensive. Now, Maybelline is not expensive, so just want to throw that out there. But say for a fact, you just don't want to use all your foundation up, especially if you're going to be using it every day. You know, you want to have something that is just like, okay, I only got to put like maybe a pump and a half on, or half a pump on. You know, it's just like, yeah, that's all I got to put on and call it a day. Now, do you see that how my makeup, like it just looks so like, oh my gosh, like wow, this is so nice, it's so cute, you know? And then if you feel like the foundation did overpower anywhere you concealed, take your concealer brush that you had, go back over it again, just make sure everything is good. Even though I know you have powder on it, it's okay. I promise you guys, it's okay. It's the technique work, oh baby, yeah, you can tell, get into the detail. But other than that, you know, it's not as in like, oh my gosh, you know, this is going to take forever for me to do. Like, no, this is going to take you some time to get the technique down. and don't let it scare you. So next thing I want to say is we're going to actually do some real baking. Basically brightening, like it's putting your powder where you put that brightener concealer, that's baking. So I'm going to go in with the Fit Me powder, and this is going to be the loose powder, and this is going to be in the shade light medium number 20. If you don't like the loose powder look, then you can go ahead and just skip this step. Like, you don't need this step. This is an optional step. You can press the brightener powder in if you want instead of baking it, or you can just have like a lot of loose powder, let it sit on there, and then keep letting it sit on there, and then that's when you just let it bake, and then that's when you just take it off. For me, it just depends on the day. Honestly, it depends on the day. It depends on if I have time. For you guys, I will always have time. Yeah, I'm gonna actually go in with that bronzer brush that I had. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the Ruby Kiss contour palette. Now they do have a lighter shade for my lighter girls out there. Now I'm going to take the brown shade at the top, and I'm just going to tap maybe 3 or 4 times, and then just tap it on. I'm going to have my concealer and my bronzer come together with that lighter middle shade, because of it just brings it like that finished look into it, right? And then I'm going to go in with a bronzer shade, and then I'm going to go in a contour shade, because we got to have a powder to set the liquid. That's just the key to everything. Okay, see that? Okay, and then I'm going to, with a light hand,
so I'm going to be going in with the darkest shade on this palette to start contouring. So what I'm doing right now is just making sure that that darkness is a little bit, you know, on my face, but it's not overpowering what I've already completed. So just make sure that you're keeping it light with that.
Also, guys, I forgot to mention, using that powder, you can get a little bit of that under the jawline to have that definition like come back. That's just me. You can see, I'm going to take my angle brush, and then I'm going to take that lighter shade that I used to like blend everything in, the powders. I'm going to take that on my nose bridge, and then bring back some definition to my nose. We're not actually doing a nose contour. Next thing, grab your highlighter. I don't even know if this still is on the market, but I'm going to use it till I hit pan. Elizabeth Matte, please send me the Pop Goes the shadow. I have it in shade Goldie. I love this. It's an eyeshadow, but it's such a good highlighter for my skin complexion. Like, it's just something about it. I just love it so much. So I am gonna go in with my finger, and then I'm just gonna tap it on my skin just a little bit on my cheekbone. Now I don't normally use like blush for your face, so I had it on my mascara, and this is just to give it more of a natural look. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. We are also as well going to go ahead and add a lippy on. So what I'm going to actually use is just a regular brown pencil. So I am back, and I'm going to go ahead and add just some lip gloss. And this is more of a realistic look. Oh, you guys thought I was done? Well, I'm not done yet. There's going to be a giveaway for the Real Technique brushes. Now, this is called the Flawless Base Set 2.0. I did use these exact brushes on my video, so you know exactly how brushes work, because you'll have them in your hands, guys. So if you want to win these brushes, with also a sample kit of the Snail Mucin products for skin prep overall, feel free to as well comment below. These will be a package thing. So if you are based out in the United States, of course, I'll be sending these over your way, my love. So how do I enter in? So the first thing you want to do is, rule number 1, go ahead and actually subscribe to the Royal Telly channel. And also turn on your post notifications so that you're able to actually see when I post. So that'll help you out as well with any other future giveaways or just keeping up with your girl. Second, you want to go ahead and follow my Instagram page. It's royal.training. I'm going to have that also listed in the description below. So when you go over there and follow me, make sure that you like my most recent post. Comment below on this post the reason why you first were interested in makeup, and that'll be it for the giveaway. If you have anything else that you would like to comment below, any tips or tricks to help your girl out, that would be most appreciated. Take care. Bye.